Hello guys, welcome to our channel. In this video, we will discuss all 30 NBA teams' biggest roster mistakes since 2020, Part 1. The NBA is famously a league of transactions. Teams must nail their trades, signings, and draft picks to compete for the title, and fan interest in those dealings is often higher than in the games themselves. Some of these transactions result in meteoric success. The NBA 2024 champion Boston Celtics traded for Derek White, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, and draft picks that became Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The Oklahoma City Thunder traded for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Alex Caruso, and draft picks that became Jalen Williams. Other recent champions landed their MVPs with the number 41 Nikola Jokic and the number 15 Giannis Antetokounmpo picks. Let's take a look at the most damaging moves NBA teams have made this decade. This is divided into 5 tiers. Tier 5, small-scale problems. Tier 4, draft disasters. Tier 3, miscellaneous mid-tier mistakes. Tier 2, too high a cost for too little reward. And Tier 1, franchise-altering terrible trades. We will discuss these different tiers in 5 separate videos. In this video, we will discuss Tier 5, small-scale problems. Let's start with number 30, Cleveland Cavaliers. Biggest mistake? Declining Isaiah Hartenstein qualifying offer in 2021. The Cavaliers haven't made many mistakes this decade while rebuilding a contender following LeBron James' second departure. They selected Evan Mobley with their top draft pick of the decade and traded most of the rest of their first rounders for Donovan Mitchell, constructed a strong core and locked it up with long-term deals. On a similar scale, Cleveland surely regrets not extending Hartenstein a qualifying offer in 2021. Already a journeyman at that point, Hartenstein had been waived by the Houston Rockets and traded by the Denver Nuggets for JaVale McGee. Hartenstein flashed his potential in a short stint in Cleveland, averaging 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists per 36 minutes in 16 games. Yet after drafting Mobley, the Cavaliers figured they didn't need Hartenstein anymore, only to watch him turn that potential into greater on-court production with LA Clippers, New York Knicks, and Oklahoma City Thunder becoming a crucial contributor to an NBA champion in the process. At number 29, the Indiana Pacers. Biggest mistake? Hiring Nate Bjorkgren as head coach in 2020. Few NBA coaching stints have gone so poorly, so quickly as Bjorkgren in Indiana. As a former G League coach and NBA assistant, he won the 2019 championship with the Toronto Raptors. Bjorkgren clashed with the Indiana's veterans and lost command of the locker room. In his long season as the Pacers head coach, they missed the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. This mistake ranks only 29th because it arguably worked out for the Pacers in the end, because they let Bjorkgren go after just one season. They were positioned to hire new coach in 2021, just in time for Rick Carlisle to step down from the Dallas job and rejoin the Pacers. At number 28, the New York Knicks. Biggest mistake? Signing Evan Fournier for 4 years and $73 million in 2021. The New York Knicks added Fournier via sign and trade on the strength of a 2-year run in which he averaged 18 points per game and made 40% of his threes. But after averaging a respectable 14 points in 80 games in his first season in New York, Fournier's game fell apart. He averaged just 6 points in 27 games in his second season and missed New York's playoff run because of an injury, then averaged 4 points in 3 games in his third season before moving to Detroit at the deadline. The Knicks signed Fournier for 4 years, but ultimately he was out of the NBA and playing in Europe after just three. Number 27, Portland Trail Blazers. Biggest mistake? Resigning Jeremy Grant for 5 years and $160 million in 2023. Just one day after the Trailblazers and Grant agreed to a new contract in summer 2023, news broke that Damian Lillard had requested a trade out of Portland. All of a sudden, an expensive but understandable long-term deal looked horribly out of place as the veteran forward no longer fit on a retooling roster. 2 years later, Grant's production had shattered, shooting a career worst 37% from the field last season, and he has fallen behind the much younger Danny Avdija and Tumani Camara in Portland's perimeter pecking order. Grant's contract hasn't gotten in the way of any other Trailblazers moves yet, but with the Blazers rising, Grant is still owed another $102.6 million over the next 3 seasons. It might soon prove a tricky roster building obstacle. At number 26, the Utah Jazz. Biggest mistake? Not trading Lauri Markkanen in the 2023-2024 season. 3 years into their rebuild, following the Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert trades, the Jazz are still cellar dwellers, with by far the worst roster in the Western Conference. It's unclear whether Markkanen, now 28, still makes sense in Utah, given the team's protracted timeline. Markkanen averaged 26 points per game on 50% shooting in 2022-2023 season, but fell to just 19 points on 42% shooting in the 2023-2024 season. Number 25, the Charlotte Hornets. Biggest mistake? Signing Gordon Hayward for 4 years and $120 million in 2020. The Hornets aren't typical big spenders in free agency, but they trade a sizable splash with a sign-in trade in 2020. They signed Gordon Hayward for 4 years worth $120 million. But as Hayward's health deteriorated, he fell far short of the Hornets' expectations. The veteran wing played in just 59% of Charlotte's games while he was on the roster, and his production declined every year. Charlotte never made the playoffs with Hayward, and he was inactive for both of the Hornets' play-in games during that span. Number 24, the Los Angeles Clippers. Biggest mistake? Never developing young perimeter talent from 2020 to 2025. The Los Angeles Clippers failed to develop young perimeter talent to support Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The Clippers were much more successful at center with Ibaka Subak and one season of Isaiah Hartenstein. That's all for tier number 5. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like to help our channel grow. Thank you so much, everyone. See you in the next video.